group of local women who have lost their spouses started their own podcast to talk about their grief, support, and how they're now filling their lives. Joining me now is two of the creators of the Merry Widows. We have Donna Kane and Jan Fetzer. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
So what is the Merry Widows? What are you? What's your group?
Just a group of got together through this grief, and it was through food bank at my church, and I asked a couple of ladies. Profound grief, you know.
Right, of course.
It was the third year, and it was just horrible. So it's a different group right now, though. The originals, I don't even know what happened, but
there are 7 of you now.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, there are 7 of us. And Jan got the original group together, and then she invited my cousin Eileen, who is a widow, and Eileen then invited me, and then another woman came, Linda. She came into the group, and then Eileen invited 2 of her friends, Iris and her sister Lenny, and then we have Kathy, who ended up being with us. She's the youngest.
And here we have some pictures here.
Right.
we were just in Florida.
And you were just in Florida. So you started rotating dinners.
Right.
Did that start before the podcast?
Oh, way before.
Way before,
Yeah.
right? So what
We've
were
been
those
doing
like?
this for 7 years now.
It's wonderful.
We only missed one Tuesday so far.
Yes.
And so do you meet, is it every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday we have dinner at either my house, Jan's house, or my cousin Eileen's house. We're the cooks, the other ones work. And so we decided we would do that. And it started out kind of funny. Jan's group did soup and a salad.
Soups in the winter, salad in the summer.
Right.
Now it's 4-course meals with them too.
But you started a podcast too, because you saw that there was a need. I mean, you were talking about the profound grief that you were going through, and nobody wants to go through that alone. But it can feel very isolating when you're going through grief like that. So, how did the podcast start, and what do you tackle during that?
Well, Jan was the originator of the idea, not only of the group, but of the podcast. And she kept bugging one of our dear friends who does podcasts, could we do it? Could we do it? And she said, oh, absolutely, we can do it. We can do it. But then, of course, it kind of got pushed to the wayside, kind of got pushed, but she never gave up. Yeah. Never gave up. She haunted her. And so the podcast really originated out of her desire to have us get together and to talk about this grief, because it's devastating. And having to reinvent yourself all by yourself is a very difficult thing to do.
Right, when you've spent an eternity with someone.
Right, 41 years I was married.
Wow.
Married as babies, 21 and 22. That typically doesn't happen nowadays.
Not now, yeah.
All right.
And for you, Jan?
23 years and 31 together.
Wow. So, I mean, that's hard to, like you said, reinvent yourself.
Right.
So what are some of the topics that you discuss on your podcast?
Basically, I mean, there's all kind of topics.
Well, we talk about how quickly we got rid of their clothes. It sounds like a silly little thing.
No,
but
not at all.
It is not. It's very difficult to do. Some people, I think Linda, she's widowed 11 years. She only got rid of the clothes when she moved from her old house into a new house.
Couple years ago.
Right,
Yeah.
a couple years ago, right.
I mean, I know someone who went through something like this, and it was 2 days later. And it was just in this emotional spiral, you don't even realize that you're doing it kind of thing.
Yes. When
So-
you take the rings off.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Yeah, when do you take the rings off?
Is it okay to laugh? You know what I mean? I mean, that was a big thing for me.
Even laughing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel like you're betraying or.
Just to be happy again even feels like a
Yes.
betrayal.
It is.
How do you hope to get other people involved? Because I know that you want to expand. You have a meet and greet that's coming up.
Yes, it's coming up on June 28th, and it's going to be at Papa J's in the Strip at 6:30. And we just want to reach out and say, we know what you're going through. Let's get together and talk about it. And through talking about it, kind of have a positive attitude through it, to know that you cannot sit in the house. You cannot grieve every day. Even if you're just going to take one little step forward, you must do it if you're to come out of that doldrum that you finally find yourself in.
Well, I'm so glad that you all are providing this outlet, because I wouldn't even thought about that. When is it okay to feeling that betrayal of laughing even? And lastly, before I let you guys go, what is the Merry Widow's Wagon? The Widow's Wagon. What is this?
I bought a 7-passenger van 2 years ago. And I rode over to their houses that morning, and they were like,
Thanksgiving
"What?
morning.
Yeah, what are you doing?" I said, "They thought I rented it." I said, "No, I bought it."
This is the widow's wagon.
We were taking 2 cars to go different places, and we travel, and so it's
We go
fun.
on trips.
when
We
we're
do
all
we do all
together in
kinds
the
of
van.
things, but we're all together in the van. But the funniest part is we'll go somewhere, and it's like 1, 2, because they're backing up in the back. I mean, 3, 7 of us coming out, and we told them the last one has to wear a red nose.
It feels
like a
clown
Conmobile.
Well, I can see you guys laughing. I can see the joy you bring each other, and you're certainly helping a lot of people out there. So thank you for coming on and telling us about what you do.
Thank you for having us.
And make sure to come to the meet and greet.
Yes, the
June
meet and greet.
28th.
Exactly.
Thank you
we'll
so
look
much.
forward to seeing you all.
Coming up next on Talk Pittsburgh, shopping for a house is not an easy process. How to make sure you really get what you want from your new home. It's Friday, June 9th. Thanks so much for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We'll be right back after the break.